The destination for the 76ers. The speedy Tyrese Maxey getting those Jets tuned up as they get pumped up before the tip-off against the Celtics. Sixers, Celtics is next, right after this. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the Boston matchup, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take to the floor, and they want to get off to a quick start.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Toumani Camara is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, down on the block, it's Tatum with Keita. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. Oh, there's hope in the smell of hardwood in the air, Tim, which means it's time to tip off a new NBA season.
Yeah, Kevin, the excitement is in the air because it counts start. Starting tonight, we heard all the previews, new faces, new places. We're through the preseason. Now we finally get to see how it's going to play out.
So glad you've joined us. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It is great to be here, Kevin. Can't wait.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Pritchard against Maxey. 5 to shoot. For the 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's Philadelphia. Here, match up against Boston. That's how they'll tip off the new season. Maxey looking it over. Embiid from outside. Rebounded by Tatum.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Brown. White trying to get open. Brown, good.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Now, here is George. And a missed late. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I brought up Tyrese Maxey and I asked him what makes him so hard to guard. He said, quote, to put things simply, his speed and his decision-making. He's one of the fastest guys in the game and also picks smart shots to take. That combination is lethal. We'll see how his defense fares against Maxey tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. White, bounce pass. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum setting the pick for White. The tray. It's hauled in by the 76ers. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Here's Tatum after the Sixers pick up 2. Outside, White. Lets the 3 fly, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. In the corner, George with it. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's why Paul George is such a talented scorer. He can even do it off the catch.
It's Brown with the drive. The rebound by Paul George.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Here's Embiid. Takes it off the glass.
No, even with all that traffic, Embiid is so calm and collected near the rim.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
With the step back, Tatum passes to Keita, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
Outside, Maxey. From outside the arc, rebounded by the Celtics. Pritchard with a wide-open look. Misses the 3. The 76ers leading by 3. Maxey into the lane. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
Brown sends a screen for Pritchard. Off target with his 3. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Great D that time from Tatum.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Brown kicks to Tatum. White with it. George picks him up. Pass to Brown. Here's Keita. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Keita's got 6.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Maxey with it. Down low. Komarov. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Tim, you wouldn't know it now. Kamara, a late second-round pick back in 2023.
Well, Kevin, he's proven himself now. His defense is what first stood out, but now his offense has taken a leap forward.
And one thing when a team underperforms like Philly did last season, Tim, they often bounce back.
Well, it always comes down to health, Kevin. If they have that, it feels like the East is wide open. They are going to have a chance to make some noise.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in. And it's Simons in for Pritchard. Now here's Brown. Here's Keita. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Tatum on the wing, defended by George. Tatum down low. Working on George. Tatum no good. Here's Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by George. 6 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
George against Tatum. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Thibault. None better, Tim, than Matisse Thybulle on a steals per minute basis.
What a nightmare if Matisse Thybulle has you guarded on a nightly basis. He's got a sixth sense for where the ball is going to be, a disruptor in every sense of the word. And remember, this is a former collegiate defensive player of the year.
He's a special player.
Sure is.
Boston making some changes. Garza's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 5. Brown right side. Pass to Garza. 20 feet out. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively.
Out to the right wing. There's the lob to Brown. That one doesn't go.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
George against Simon. Pass to Kamare. Feibel for 3. The rebound by Simon. Here's Pritchard. .55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Garza no good.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And the Celtics making a change here. Minot's checked in. Simons the pass to Walsh. Now here's Simons. Still scoreless. And another miss by Boston.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's George on the wing. Here's Maxey. And Pritchard pulls it down. From deep three-point territory. That shot off the mark. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
Celtics trail by 5. We've got Anthony Simons. He's out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Garza in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. Sinks the triple.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
McCain sets a screen for Green. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, good luck blocking out Embiid. He is so massive at 7 feet. He can just power his way to grab offensive rebounds.
Now here's Simons. Scoreless thus far. Here's the screen. The shot. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Edgecombe. Embiid is at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the bucket.
Well, if you're talking about one of the best in the mid-range area of the floor, Embiid has to be in that discussion for centers.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Derek White's checked in for Boston. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Hey, Kevin. Even though it's still early in the season, the Pistons are already making moves. They should be getting a huge boost to their offensive production. Lauri Markkanen can shoot over people and hit the 3 at a high clip, get to the rim in 2 or 3 steps, and he has the size to finish. This helps open things up for everyone else. So this is a pretty big get, guys.
Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. 6-point game. Pass to Garza. Here's Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Garza gets the bucket.
Well, starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Pritchard against McCain. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, that's a look you rarely see him miss.
It's stolen by Green. Fast break. Here we go. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
How about the concentration on that? Isaac able to absorb the contact and still finish with a difficult shot.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And Jared McCain's rookie season, Tim, cut short by a meniscus tear in his left knee.
And before the injury, he was the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, Kevin. So he's looking to pick up where he left off and continuing that promising trajectory.
And here are the 76ers now, after the basket by Boston.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Boston making a switch here. Minot's checked in. To the inside. Here's Isaac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Isaac's got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Minot and Embiid with the block.
Yeah, he gets at least one of those a night. You have to be aware of Embiid when he's on defense.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie Laforce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does his team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you, Kevin.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Certainly something to watch. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Floats one up. Brown against Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Minot. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's McCain. Still yet to score. Pass to Edgecombe. To the right side. Now here's Embiid. T right on him. It's good. Embiid's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Now White. Pass to Minot. Boston needs to get off a shot. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Embiid is just too strong inside.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Back to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown against Green. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Brown.
Just in time. What a job by Brown to get it off before the buzzer.
Here's McCain. Still without a basket. Embiid, the pass to Isaac, and it's good for 2. Isaac's got the lead back up to 9 now for the 76ers.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Toumani Camara, he's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. George comes in for Green. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Edgecombe. And Maxey subbed in for Jared McCain. Now here's White, defended by Thybulle. Brown against George. Shot clock at 6. Brown inside. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And they double up Embiid. Here's Camara. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Brown wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's so smooth when Brown is feeling it from deep. No hesitation.
Maxey passes to Thybulle. Back to Maxey. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Minot. Good.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Here's Maxey. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Simon.
And I think what people love the most about Tyrese Maxey is the enthusiasm he plays with. He always seems to be smiling and having fun out there.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Fernie Simons. Philadelphia also making some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's Edgecombe in for Matisse Thybulle. 1:42 left in the second quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Shoots over Edgecombe. Offensive rebound. It's good. Kata's got 10.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Maxey, no good. Celtics trail by 5. Over in the corner, White. He goes up again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on George.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. That one is off. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Philadelphia leading by 5. Maxey into the lane. Lays it up off the glass. Maxey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Now, here's George. Thybulle finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, he's got great length for a wing. At 6'8", he can just get to the rim whenever he wants.
Here's Kata. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Pass to George. And shot on the way. The rebound by Kata. Kata's got 6 rebounds in the game. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 5. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance thus far. What have you liked about it?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Philadelphia 76ers.
You see their intent right away, Shaq. I mean, finding high percentage shots, that's great. Right now, that's their advantage.
Yeah, they've established a strong foundation offensively, and they're building on that. And as we turn our focus to the featured game, we had a couple of centers really hammering it out in that first half.
We've been tracking these two all along. The way these guys are leading their teams, impressive.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so in the game for the 76ers, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Embiid is out there with Toumani Camara, and it's George in at the small forward. Pritchard with the ball. He's covered by Maxey. Here's Tatum, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. George against Brown. Back to Pritchard. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Outside, Maxey. Now Edgecombe. Here's Embiid. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, Embiid pretty much has the green light to take any kind of shot, including off the catch.
Queta, the pass to Brown. Pass to Queta. And here's Brown. He's got 7. This one for 3. Rebounded by Camara.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's White. Defense right on him. Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. A new 14 for Boston. Tatum from 3.
And that is their first make of the third. Let's see if that gets him going.
Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. And it's blocked. Now here's Tatum. Covered by Camara. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 14. Here's George. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Cada. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Some changes for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in, and Isaac subbed in for Tamani Kamara. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, "We still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something." Guys, back to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. It's White on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Boston, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Green. And both free throws good for White. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list.
Tatum, good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
And here's George for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jonathan Isaac. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Simons, he's checked in for Derek White. Maxey against Pritchard. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. 2 points. That one goes. Maxey's got 19 points.
And that's the thing about Maxey. He is wiry strong. You see him there, absorb the contact, stay on balance, and finish.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
The shot's good. He's got 21.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Brown kicks to Simons. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Well, unlimited range and a pure stroke right there by Simons.
Now, here's Maxey. 1 points in the game. Yep, it counts.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Brown. He's got 9. And Simons has it in the corner. Outside Tatum. Lock at 6. Pass to Cada. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Maxey, that's a two-pointer. And it's George finishing it off.
And this is why Maxey is so dangerous in pick-and-roll action. He is a dual threat to score or deliver.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. Toumani Camara, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey. Here's Simons. The three. The kick out to Tatum. Buries it from three-point range. Tatum's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Pritchard. It's good. Edgecombe's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
A supreme athlete. Edgecombe can blow through the contact.
Brown inside the line. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Simons, the pass to Tatum. Brown outside. And then Brown with the dunk.
And what a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
Here's Edgecombe. And he converts the layup. Edgecombe's got his second basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Simons missing.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
Here's Edgecombe. Count that one. Edgecombe's got 8 points.
Unlike most young guards, Edgecombe would rather have it around the rim. Doesn't want to just chuck up Jays.
Pass to Tatum. Six on the shot clock. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in. And it's wide in for Jaylen Brown. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Celtics making a change here. Mars is checked in. Edgecombe with it. He's got 8 to the paint. Camara. And slam dunk by Camara.
And how about making a play for his teammate there? Edgecombe showing his all-around game.
Now here's Simons. From past the arc. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Boston. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Walsh in at the power forward position. That's the Boston Five. Thibault on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's blocked by Brown.
And that's what active hands on D gets you. Brown got just enough of that one.
The 76ers leading. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Brown. There's the three. And it's Bona with the rebound.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The Celtics shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Right wing. Back to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. That doesn't go either for Brown.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And Edgecombe gets it to go.
If a guy gets that kind of position inside, he is awfully tough to stop.
Out to the right wing. Fires from the corner. It goes straight through with the switch.
Nice pass by Simon, showing you that he's multidimensional.
The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Kamara. On the wing, Isaac. Back to Kamara. Now Edgecombe. Drains it from beyond the arc. Edgecombe's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. On the wing, Isaac. Covered by Simons. It's rebounded by Walsh. Celtics trail by 7. Inside. Garza no good. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Launches it. Boston grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the shot goes in.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
He is in attack mode every time up the floor, every single night.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and it's Tatum in for Jaylen Brown. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now here's Embiid. Back to Maxey. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. 25 points for Tyrese Maxey.
I love the determination of Tyrese Maxey. Has turned himself into a natural scorer, and he is always hunting the next bucket.
Embiid with the steal. To the middle. Fast break. Here they come. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, McCain's showing you he's willing to find the contact and draw fouls.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Philadelphia?
They're doing damage from the mid-range. Not sure if that was the game plan or if they're just taking what the defense gives them. But thus far, it's paying off.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
Now here's Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 11 rebounds in the game. Down low, here's Tatum. Sinking the tough shot, Jason Tatum.
And after being shut out in the first half, he is starting to come to life.
Maxey against Pritchard. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
Queta, the shot comes out. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 8. George finds Maxey. Maxey on the wing. Pass to George. Now Embiid. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Walsh. Tatum on the wing. Good on the basket.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Takes it inside. It's blocked. Richard with the ball. Tatum places the three.
No stranger to the big moment. What a play there from Tatum.
And here's Maxey. Oh, the slam dunk.
And you see the maturation of Tyrese Maxey. These big moments don't faze him at all.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. White comes in for Anthony Simon. Isaac's checked in for the 76ers. Edgecombe comes in for Jared McCain. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum down low. He's covered by Isaac. Now White. Oh, the fierce finish with the double clutch.
What body control with the defender right in his face. You can't do it any better than that. In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Maxey. Here's George. Now here's Embiid.
Yeah, sometimes Embiid just overwhelms you inside, and that is going to draw some contact from the defense.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, he knew how big those free throws were. Knocked them down.
George against Brown. Tatum. And Tatum hammers it home.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Maxey got it to go off the glass.
Well, you gotta love all that It's Maxey with the biggest bucket of the night.
He throw good, Maxey.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Here's Tatum. Shot from 12. That's off.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
There's no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal.
Now Pritchard. Tatum outside from deep. The shot misses. And that's an intentional foul. Drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, making all of their free throws right now, it's a great way to extend the lead.
Embiid with the rebound. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. So the 76ers win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.